We begin right now at 5 o'clock with breaking news. An Upstate man receives prison time for his role in the U.S. Capitol riot. The U.S. Attorney's Office says George Tenney III of Anderson was sentenced months after pleading guilty to civil disorder and obstruction of an official proceeding. Court documents reveal Tenney made plans to travel to D.C. on January 6, 2021. He sent a Facebook message saying, quote, "It's starting to look like we may siege the Capitol building and Congress if the electoral votes don't go right." Tenney illegally entered the Capitol, opening doors to allow other rioters inside. An officer tried to push them closed, but Tenney resisted. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison.